Leftovers episode 40. Oh my god, that makes me uncomfortable. So like whenever I click show the intro, we can see all of us on the bottom above where like our cameras are and stuff. And I didn't see you do that. I wish I did. That's horrifying.
The scuffed setup is over. I got all my shit that I needed to.
You're gonna have a problem during the show. Like your mic's gonna cut out or something, or
I'll lose stupid power. Shit. My house will have no power.
Your house will explode.
Could you not?
Not what? Explode your house? No, I won't.
Could you not manifest the explosion of my house?
Well, you don't keep any lit propane laying around, do you?
Yes, no, think about it.
Not since the incident.
We don't talk about that. Alex, what'd you have for dinner? I'm getting right into it. I don't care.
Went to a local sandwich shop.
Ooh.
Word? What did you have?
Did you get?
I got me a Cuban sandwich.
Oh, fuck yes.
What was on the Cuban sandwich?
Always go for a Cuban.
Everything that should be on a Cuban sandwich, nothing more, nothing less.
So mayo and mustard, ham, pickle, salami,
tomato, lettuce.
Fuck you.
No tomato or lettuce, no.
There you go. There's a couple variations of the way a Cuban sandwich is made, especially down here.
Well, yeah, we invented it.
Yeah. My mom makes really good Cuban sandwiches, so...
Bro.
Yeah. She's a fucking alcoholic chef sometimes. Not an alcoholic, but she makes really good drinks because she was a bartender. So now she's an alcoholic from being a bartender. That's how it came to be. I'm making it up right here. Manifesting, as Tommy said.
Oh, okay.
All right. What'd you guys do this week?
It's been a long week. Just busy. Like it's been a good week. Like every day I've had like my list of tasks that I have to get done. And every day I've been able to get more done than what was on my list. You know, which is always a nice feeling like not only did you accomplish your goal, but you also got a head start on the following day's goal. But my goodness, I'm sore just like for how much stuff that I had to do this week. My body hurts.
Well, that's fun. Productive. Yeah.
I also got Pokemon Shield.
I think I have Sword. It's really fun.
I got Shield because
Shield
of
Brothers.
The exclusive. Huh?
Shield Brothers.
Yeah, I got Shield because in Sword you can't get Tyranitar.
Well, I got Sword because I don't know. I think it was the only one available.
I don't know. I figured it has been literally 15 years since I played a new Pokemon game. The last one I played was Diamond.
That was fun. That
first came out. Oh, wow.
The very first Pokemon that came out on the DS. I was really disappointed when I got into Pokemon Shield and found out that you couldn't get the best Pokemon in either of the games, which is, of course, Froakie.
Is it?
No, Pikachu's the best Pokemon.
No, Froakie is the best Pokemon.
No, you're wrong.
But you can get Charizard.
True.
Yeah, but...
You also get the legendary dogs.
The puppers.
You just need DLC, which I bought.
That's right, yeah. I found out that I could move Pokemon from my Pokemon Go account to my Switch, and really? Literally changed the game, like literally and figuratively, because my Pokemon Go account is stacked.
Yeah, so is mine.
How many shiny Mewtwo's do you have?
37.
I don't know. I know I have at least a Mewtwo.
How many Darkrai do you have?
Dude, man, I haven't played Pokemon Go in forever.
How much dick do you want on the table right now?
All of it.
And you got a good camera for a reason, so you might as well just whip it out.
Fair.
Yeah.
No, my Pokemon Go account is I have Groudon and Kyogre. I have Celebi and Jirachi and 3 different forms of Deoxys and uh Palkia.
Yeah.
And Giratina and the Reggies. Like I have almost every legendary that was in the game as of 2019.
Very cool. I don't.
Very nice.
And like none of those matter. Like that was a huge table dig on Pokemon Go for nothing because I can't transfer legendaries into my Switch or into Pokemon Shield unless you already have them in your Pokédex.
Damn.
But I was able to start like first town. I was able to start with a level 20 Riolu, and I have a Beldum and a Bagon and a Pikachu for some reason whose name is in kanji, like is written in kanji. I don't know why that is, but
Very nice. Alex, how was your week?
My week was pretty good. Just chilled, worked, figured out how to watch movies with my VR headset, so I've been doing that.
Fucking nerd.
just
Still don't have a
laying down
3090
in
that
bed, like staring
Yeah.
up at
no
your
3090,
Oh, yeah.
but you can watch movies with a VR headset.
3D movies, dog.
I guess so, yeah. You've been
I
playing a
used
lot
to
of
have
VR
one of those
yet?
like mobile VR headsets. Like I
Mhm.
bought it on a whim at Target one time because it was on clearance. And I watched a couple of like YouTube videos like that, but it was really disorienting because it's all like that isn't like a VR headset. It's all just like your phone screen and mirrors and a magnifying glass. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's cool, but you have to set it in like a weird mode and it has to be lined up properly.
Yeah, they're a pain in the butt to get set up. I remember when those first came out.
Like the Google Cardboard and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a Oculus Rift S, I think. I don't know. But it's sitting there with a bug inside of it, so I haven't used it.
A bug inside of it?
Yeah, a bug crawled underneath like the iPhone, and I don't feel like getting it out of there. So I'm
Well,
waiting
give
until I
it to
buy
me.
some compressed. Why would I give you a $400 VR headset?
Well, because it's got a bug in it. What are you gonna do? It's fucking buggy as shit. Buggy console. You don't need it.
Yeah, it's buggy. Why would you want it? I don't know if it was 400 or how much I paid for it, but I think it was like brand new at the time when I got it.
You just sounded like you actually thought I was dead serious about you giving me your VR system.
No, I knew you
Like,
were going
why
to
would I
say that.
give you that?
No. I wouldn't give it to you even if you were serious. What the fuck?
I know that.
I'd make you buy it from me is what I would do. I wouldn't just give it to you.
Well, why would I pay for a buggy ass console?
Well, there you go. You're not.
Fuck yourself.
Just all my like eye sweat is just trapped in that foam. Ugh.
Oh, I wish you
It
hadn't
would
said
smell
that.
delicious.
You should watch movies with me, Robbie.
Yeah, once I get
Well,
some
he can't
compressed
'cause the
air and
bug-
can blow that bug out of there and clean it up. I don't have really any room in here for like enough standing space to move around in VR, so I just play like super hot or sit down and play VR chat or fucking look around in VR, like the Steam VR shit. It's still pretty cool, even though I can't do much. Oh, I played the Batman VR game. Fucking sick.
I just finished the Batman Telltale game.
I've played both of them. They are fucking awesome.
I played both of them. I played the second one on mobile before I played the first one because the first one wasn't available on mobile for some reason. And I didn't know that it was a sequel until I was already playing it.
Yeah.
And playing the first one definitely made like I did not know who Lady Arkham was. Like I had never heard of that.
Now you
villain.
do.
Yeah, and I mean it wasn't a huge part of the second game, but I very much like the voice actors that they chose for pretty much everyone.
Yeah.
Especially Alfred. Alfred's voice actor was really good.
Mm-hmm. I like what they did with John. Was it John Doe or John Smith? Or
John
did they not
Doe.
give him a last name? It was John Doe. How they made his character come to be. I'm trying not to spoil it. So
Yeah.
I mean, the name John Doe, if you know,
Well,
you
and
know.
then-
If not, then it's like, oh, I wonder who this is.
Well, and then like at the end of the game, it references him by the name that everyone would recognize him as. Like
Yeah,
I always, when I played the second game and he was in it, I was like, is that him? Or
yeah.
is that just a guy that looks like him?
I like how he becomes kind of friends with that certain character without everybody or without him knowing. If we're being vague and making sense.
But that was great, man. I played it on the Switch. I'm a huge fan of like point and click. What do you call it? Like escape games and puzzle games and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so like those Telltale games are kind of like an analog for that.
Yeah.
And the story is always really good. Like the Telltale game for Borderlands was really good. I bought another one called Sam and Max Save the World. I had never heard of it, but it's pretty funny. It's about a dog and a rabbit who are like they are, what was it? Freelance police officers.
Yikes.
But they're like a detective agency, like private eye detectives. But they call themselves freelance police officers. So like they go around solving mysteries when no one asked them to.
It's kind of a different style of game, but have you played Detroit Become Human?
I played a little bit of it. I
game's so fun.
played games like I played Until Dawn, and I played a little bit of Man of Medan, which are kind of similar in the sense that they have that sort of butterfly effect
Yeah.
kind of motif. Although Detroit Become Human has
that game is phenomenal.
So much. I have it. I own it on my PS4. I just haven't ever actually played it.
Dude, when you load this happened to me. I loaded it up, then I don't think I played for like a day or two, and I got back to the main menu, and the Android in the main menu was like, "We didn't see you yesterday. Merry Christmas." I was like, "What the fuck?" Because it was Christmas. It's like, this is fucking weird, dude. Like the Android is self-aware or whatever the fuck.
Fucking Skynet.
Right. Yeah, I guess my week was good. I quit my job. That was fun. I had just started this new job, and after like 7 days of training on one program and not knowing how to do any of the other like 5 or 6 things that they had, they kind of just sent me to work alone, didn't tell me why, didn't tell me where my manager was. I couldn't get a hold of anybody. Little to no training. It's fucking embarrassing when you don't know what you're doing, and they expect you to work a 9 to 10 hour shift with, I don't know, I dealt with probably 13, 14 people a day helping with phones and all this stuff. And like, I know about phones, but I don't know how to activate them from certain carriers and all this other shit that we had. So I went on my break, which was an hour, and I texted the district manager and I said, "There's a really bad issue here with you guys communicating with me. I'm not coming back. Goodbye." And I just left. And they weren't happy, but I can tell you what, they weren't mad either because they understood completely. I got a text from my manager like, "Hey, sorry I haven't been available. I know it's really shitty. I wish it would have been different, blah, blah, blah. I'm sorry." I was like, "Oh, it's fucking
too little too late,
do better."
bro.
Like Reddit says, do better. Yeah.
So you left like in the middle of the day?
Yeah. I just walked out.
While you were working alone?
Yeah. Like my goal, we never talked about it, but like one of my like resolutions for this year was to not take shit anymore. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to do it and just walk out because they can't respect me. Why should I respect them? Goodbye. And yeah, fuck them. They had to deal with nobody at the mobile section of this store for 5 hours. Oops.
Sorry, our guy quit.
White ass. The what?
Sorry, our guy quit.
Yeah, that's what they'd have to say.
Leave a sign on the thing.
Yeah. beg me to work there and then just kind of fuck off and take advantage of me. I was like, no, sorry, that ain't happening. Goodbye. But now I have another job that pays like $6 more an hour.
There you go.
So I'm like, okay, I can do that. It's just a matter of like it's a bigger company. I'm not going to say the name of it, but Alex and Tommy know. And the hiring process for this company can take up to 6 weeks. But I got my official offer letter within a day, which is faster than normal. So the hiring manager was like, I'm going to do whatever I can to get you in here quick, man, because all we have is one other driver because I'm going to be delivering for this place. And it's going to be fun. And then I'll be making a lot of fucking money.
Yeah.
There you go.
Be about fucking time.
We all get there eventually.
I'm tired of retail.
I'm just tired.
Me too. You should go to bed.
All right.
Just log off.
Bye. Hashtag fuck Tommy.
I'm not inviting him back. He's going to stay right there in that little box. So tell me more about your day, Alex.
You little bitch. I have admin privileges too.
I said I didn't say you couldn't come back. I just said I wasn't letting you back.
I feel like I leave this show
man.
far more than is necessary, but you guys are just insufferable.
It's all about timing. Oh, I'm very insufferable.
Yeah,
that's why I got left to work alone. They're like, fuck it, we'll hire you, but you can learn how to do this one thing instead of these other 7 or whatever the fuck it was. And it was mostly old people I was dealing with.
That's pretty shitty, to be honest.
Most old people have trouble shitting, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even tell you guys. So you know how sometimes, I don't know if you guys ever pay attention, but like I crack my back in the show and like I'll kind of try and crack my neck a little bit, stretch out. I did that while I was standing up, and this dude looks at me, pulls like 4 pills out of his pocket, just puts them on the table and goes, "They're painkillers, take them." I was like, huh? He goes, "We're not going to get you high, bro. Just fucking take the pills." I was like, where the fuck is security? Dude's trying to sell me fucking drugs at work. And he came back like 3 or 4 times over the next couple of days.
What?
Yeah. That's another reason I was like, yeah, this fucking store, the employees they're supposed to be here for the actual store aren't here. So they didn't fucking see it. But fuck them. Fuck me, fuck them.
That's ridiculous, bro.
Yeah, and I first I thought he was joking. I was like, you should probably put those away.
This was a coworker or a customer?
This was an old ass man customer. I'm like sitting here activating one of the the 3rd phone that he bought because he just can't get enough of me, and offers me fucking painkillers.
You almost got trafficked, bro.
Yeah, I was
probably.
like, what's the fun in taking them if they don't get me high? And he starts laughing, and I'm like, fucking leave, bro.
Maybe
I think I
he
went on
doesn't
break for
have
like an
any
hour.
friends.
No, he's got friends.
He's old.
He's a young old, if that makes sense. Like he's
Okay,
older, but he can move around.
Maybe like late 50s or so.
Late 60s, early 70s.
Okay,
looks
so
like
he's not young old.
Yeah, he is.
He's beyond retirement age.
I don't remember his birth date, and if I did, I probably shouldn't say it. But I think he was born in the 50s. So
dox the old man.
Yeah, we'll get him, boys.
Do it.
Send all the detectives on 4chan after him.
All they have is like a description of the type of shoe he was wearing that day.
He was wearing Air Jordans.
4chan will find him.
A 70-year-old man wearing Air Jordans? I'd buy painkillers from that guy.
I'm sure you would. He didn't even tell me what they were. I was like, what are all these? He's
I'm
like,
just kidding. I would not buy painkillers from that guy. I took half of Vicodin once and I thought I was going to throw up.
Pussy. Vicodin. Dude, I got prescribed that shit when I got my wisdom teeth taken out. I was like, oh, fuck. This is some fun shit.
Vicodin always scared me because like the only frame of reference I had for it was House.
I never watched House.
Yeah,
I don't think I was allowed to watch
Vicodin
House.
addict throughout the entire show.
Is that what he's on? I need to rewatch it now that I'm old enough.
Just remember, it's Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, pretty much.
No,
Except there's no Watson.
Yeah, but there's Wilson.
Yeah, but Wilson is not Watson.
Yeah, he is.
No, he's not.
Hey, dude, House lives at 221B Baker Street. They have the same fucking
Don't
address.
dox him,
Him and
dude.
Sherlock Holmes.
How could you dox House like that?
Oh no, his real name is Hugh Laurie, and he's actually British.
Oh no!
Oh no!
You want a water bottle?
And England just canceled us.
Fuck them. I'm not
Oh
gonna say
no!
Oh no! What are we gonna do, bro?
That's okay. They can go and have their fucking universal free healthcare and lower crime rate.
They can have their fish and chips, and we can have
And their
McDonald's.
Brexit.
Yeah, the rainy weather. We're just shitting on another country.
Wait a minute. You living in Florida are shitting on somewhere else for having rainy weather?
I've never seen a photo of England that doesn't have like a gloomy or a cloudy, like overcast to it.
Yeah, but like several times a year where we live, the environment tries to get us to move away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never seen a
Violent.
picture of a car window in Florida without rain in the rearview mirror.
I can go take one right now.
As soon as you walk outside.
It's gonna start raining. Yeah. It's 59 degrees outside, man. If it rains, I'll be fucking shivering.
I'm hyped for the fact that it's finally cold.
It was like 30 degrees the other night. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
it feels so good.
Oh, it was nice. Well, I got like a shitload of jackets. And I live in a state that is the worst place ever to wear jackets. Although
In Florida.
I used to really like wearing long sleeve shirts and stuff. And then I got tattoos, and now when I wear long sleeve shirts,
Yeah.
I'm like, nobody can see my tattoos now.
Literally, I want to stop wearing
Dang.
jeans because I got my fucking. This is gonna look weird as shit, but I want to do it anyway. I got my donut. Can't even see it. My donut. Can't even fucking see it. But dude, on Monday the low is 34 degrees out where I am,
Oh yeah.
which is gonna be poggers.
Toasty.
I thrive
By
in
toasty,
layers.
I mean cold.
Thrive in layers. Are you a bear? Don't bears
I
have layers
prefer
of fur?
the cold weather.
Me too.
They have layers of fat.
Oh, that's why I'm a bear.
That's not
I
why
gotta
you're a
stop
bear.
going to gay
That's not why
clubs.
you're a bear either. You're a beard.
I'm a big old daddy bear.
Oh, Papa
I
Bear.
hate that.
That's okay. I get free drinks at gay bars.
Oh my god! So I'm doing this thing where I'm keeping track of what we're talking about, so I can title the videos and stuff. And I typed "cold bear" instead of "cold weather." God fucking
Nope.
damn it!
Cold bear is it.
Cold
That's me
bear.
when I
Just
go
you want a
outside.
cold bear down at the
You
bar?
want a cold bear?
Yeah. Who wants coffee?
I'm making coffee. You want?
Oh, dude! Guess what I found out today, or not today? A few days ago. You know how if you go to like Walmart or Publix, see those bags of Starbucks coffee?
Yeah.
That's not Starbucks coffee. That's Nestle with a Starbucks bag.
Okay.
I have a friend that works at Starbucks, and they confirmed that it's all a scam, and you've been duped.
Most
if
of
Starbucks
is
most
a
of
scam in
food
general.
retail is a scam, dude.
The only way
Branding
you get
anything.
authentic Starbucks coffee bags are by getting them from Starbucks. Which I would have thought
Even
they'd
then.
have some kind of deal with Walmart or Publix or something where it's like, oh yeah, we'll sell it here because hello. But no, not at fucking all. I was pissed. It's like, God damn it, because we had a bag of Starbucks coffee and I was like, damn, this is delicious.
My parents
Wasn't even Starbucks.
my parents started buying this bulletproof coffee. Like they like to
Yeah.
they have like a French press and like a grinder, and they like to grind their own beans. And bulletproof coffee is like
Strong.
no. You're thinking Death Wish.
I thought Bulletproof was strong.
Bulletproof coffee is like veteran run, and it's like
Are you thinking of Black Rifle?
I am thinking of Black Rifle.
Yeah,
Bulletproof,
Black Rifle.
Bulletproof coffee is the keto coffee.
Yeah, that's what
Literally.
Jason drinks.
Yeah, no,
I
no,
do
no.
Say his
support
name.
Black Rifle. They started.
coffee.
They started buying Black Rifle coffee.
I wanted to try Black Rifle so bad.
It's very good.
Thank
They're a bunch of
God.
fuds, though.
You're a fud. You're a fud rucker. Go fud yourself.
Hey.
It's really good coffee. Honestly,
Tell us more about it.
I'll see if at some point I can bring you some.
That'd be sick.
It's really tasty. I thoroughly enjoyed. I've enjoyed everything that I've tried from them. They've gotten a couple of different kinds.
I was talking to my dad about them the other day. I was like, "Have you heard of Black Rifle Coffee?" Because they were fucking everywhere. I think Richard Ryan was one of the guys who started Black Rifle, and he's a YouTuber I used to watch back in the day. So I was like, "This is fucking sick, dude."
I have wanted to try Death Wish coffee, but I'm worried my heart might stop.
You'll be fine.
Death Wish. Oh, I've seen this before.
Death
Oh,
Wish is like, I think it's like 4 times the amount of coffee or amount of
Yeah.
caffeine. Something
They have
crazy.
So,
2 offices.
are you guys ready for the potential iguana rain that's coming?
Elaborate.
Okay.
When it gets too cold out, the iguanas freeze and fall out of trees here.
Oh yeah, and you can kill them
Yeah.
because they're
Yeah,
invasive.
we can kill them without a hunting license.
Yeah, it's here's a post from January 22nd, 2021. It's literally raining iguanas in Florida. Don't pick them up. National Weather Service warns. I forget about that every year because there's not really any out in this area, but if we go next county over, I'll see them.
Really? Even like that close?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I didn't
Man,
realize that. Like
we got
the only time I've
iguanas
ever
and
seen them-
monkeys.
the only time I've ever seen them is in Miami.
Miami, bitch. If you
they're
go
a
to like,
scourge in Miami.
I think if you go to like St. Pete or Clearwater, they might be out there.
I when I was in Miami, we were staying at my girlfriend at the time's aunt's house, and she lives on the water on a canal. And like it would be the middle of the night. They had like a studio separate from the house, so we were staying in the studio because her aunt is a photographer, and the studio is like pretty bare bones. Like it's attached to the bathroom that they have out like where their pool is. So at night you could randomly just hear like a huge splashing, like somebody just threw a big rock in the water, and it was an iguana falling out of a tree, like trying to jump across, missing and landing in the water. It was hilarious. Like you would just at any time of day, you could count on at some point hearing that big splash just of an iguana just throwing itself out of a tree.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I've always wanted to try iguana. Like I watched a Catch and Cook, and this dude made like an iguana and shark jumbo, or no, not gumbo.
It's pronounced jumbo, actually.
Fuck you.
Nope, it's gumbo.
What is gumbo? Yeah. And it looked good. And he was like, "I'm down here in like St. Pete Beach, Florida, and blah blah blah." And I was like, "Huh, okay. I guess you can kill sharks too."
Oh yeah.
Sharks?
Yeah.
Totally.
Shark bait, hoo ha ha.
Well, I know it's frowned upon in other countries, so I just kind of figured it was like a universal thing, like don't kill the big great beast underwater.
Oh.
I mean, some sharks are endangered, so like
Yeah.
we can't be doing that.
Did you guys play Maneater?
Yeah.
Yes.
That game was awesome.
I know.
That game was so much fun. Like, it was such a simple concept. Like, what if a shark? What if to be a shark?
It's like one of those mind-numbing games you can just sit and play for
Yeah.
hours.
I 100%
There was,
that game, dude.
I don't think I did, but I played a lot of it.
There was like an old Jaws game
Yeah,
that
I had
was
it.
similar.
PS2.
Yeah, I remember that. That was fun.
That was a really good game.
Do you guys remember the PlayStation 2 Finding Nemo game?
Yes.
That game
No.
was impossibly hard.
I don't remember playing it, but I had it, I think.
That game was hard. The Fairly Oddparents game on PS2 was hard as shit.
I think I had that one.
Speaking of games,
Those
did you guys
Very
see
Odd
that?
Parents break into rules.
Yeah.
I remember that. Did you guys see they're bringing a show for Cuphead on Netflix?
No.
Dude, they endorsed and ported, I guess ported is probably the wrong word. One of my favorite podcasts ever, Archive 81, is now a Netflix series, and I am so
I
hyped
saw
to
that.
watch it. That's a pod. That was one of the very first podcasts I ever listened to. And the story is absolutely wacky. Like, it's sci-fi and like kind of fantasy and kind of horror, but like it starts out pretty weird and it gets so much weirder than you could possibly ever come up with in your own imagination. Like, it is the weirdest freaking shit.
I'll
And
have to
I'm
take a
hyped
look
because
at it.
everybody that I have heard talk about it, whether they've seen the pod or whether they've listened to the podcast or just watched the show, has said it's been awesome. And the fact that people who listened to the podcast watched the show and said this is good, like, is really encouraging to me. Because the last time something I was this big of a fan of got a film adaptation, it was Aragon.
Oof. We don't
And
talk
that was,
about that.
yeah, like, honestly, I wish that it was just as much a thing as if, like, hypothetically, if they ever made an Avatar: The Last Airbender movie, that would be an awesome idea. But that's it. If they ever made an Aragon movie, that would be an awesome idea.
Speaking of movies, did you ever
Right?
watch Don't Look Up?
No.
Yeah. Tommy.
Watch it
Not
so we
really.
can talk about it.
I thought I was going to, and turns out
Thought
I
you
really
were
don't
too.
care that much about it.
So we can spoil it then?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't sound too sure about that. Are you
I mean,
sure
listen.
about that?
Yeah, no, that's fine. I can't be mad at this point. I didn't hop on the train on that fast enough.
We'll give you one more week.
Yeah.
Because I was hoping you would say yes and be like, dude, I really loved this part.
All right, I'll let you know. I'll keep you posted. If I
You
haven't
have one
watched it
more
by
week.
next week when we record our episode, I will not hold it against you for you to spoil it.
You also have one more week for No Way Home.
I was going to say, we will not hold you for No Way Home because that movie doesn't deserve to be spoiled for you.
If you guys spoil that movie, I will quit the podcast.
So whenever Batman dies in the movie,
Fucking
Oh yeah, when the Joker threw him into the vat of acid.
yeah, now half his face is missing. You guys want to do a Reddit question? Because I have no other topics.
Sure.
yeah, let's do these Reddit questions. Let's do it.
All right. What screams, I am not the badass I am pretending to be?
Angry eyebrows on a Jeep.
Oh my god.
Angry
You're
Jeep
right.
headlights.
Yeah.
You're right. I hate those people.
You thought that looked cool? Like, now, I have met people who have angry headlights on their Jeep, and they know that it's silly and goofy, and that's fine. Like, that's totally fine. It's if you're self-aware, it's the same people who will slam their car to the ground, and they know that it's ridiculous. You know?
Camber the wheels.
Yeah, like they know, and they do it anyway because they think it's funny. Like,
Oh.
fine, have joy in your hobby. But like, if you genuinely put angry eyebrows on your Jeep headlights because you think it makes you look badass, I'm sorry, you're a fucking wiener.
I'm gonna say it now. Like I said earlier, tapped out shirts.
You mean
Tap out
out.
shirts.
Whatever.
You've been saying it wrong the
Tapped
whole
out is-
time. I was just hoping you would catch yourself.
I was
Tapped out
hoping you
is a
would catch it
magic
when I
website.
referenced it earlier.
Yeah.
Or
No,
like
I don't
wearing
Jesus
Ed
didn't
Hardy.
tap.
Jesus couldn't tap.
It's like in the same
His hands
vein
were
as
stuck.
wearing
Hands
That's why.
were
Ed
nailed
Hardy
to the
or
board. He could not tap.
My
Are we
answer
doing Jesus jokes? Because I got one.
after my
Yeah.
answer.
Yeah,
My
let
answer is
Riley
very, very specific. People that wear tight shirts that have tribal tattoos.
Oof.
I like to ask people who have tribal tattoos what tribe they're in.
Yeah, and they get pissed off. And a lot of the time, they have the same design where it stops here or it goes all the way down their arm. And they all say, I regret getting that tattoo. It's like the people that have the fucking stars on them.
Yep.
I
It's
think
just one
it's
of those
funny
things.
to see like white people with Polynesian tattoos.
Right?
Good
Or
sauce
like
from Chick-fil-A.
white girls with anchor tattoos
I mean, that's
or
different.
feathers.
Anchors and feathers, like those are just white girl tattoos. But having Polynesian tribal tattoos as a white person, you know, nah, that ain't it. That is a little tone deaf.
What isn't tone deaf for white people though?
That's that's a thinker right there.
Elvis Presley.
That's true.
Even still, that's
Elvis
Tim
sucks.
McGraw.
Elvis doesn't suck. I can't say Elvis sucks. I don't like Elvis because he ripped his whole thing from Chuck Berry.
oh yeah.
Yep.
But he doesn't suck. Like
He doesn't
like
breathe either.
you can't say that Elvis was a bad musician, or at least you couldn't say he was a bad singer.
You can't say he's not talented. That's what talented. That's why when people say like Justin Bieber sucks or this and that, it's like he doesn't suck
It's like, no, he doesn't
because
suck.
he's
You
famous.
just don't like him.
You just don't like him. There's
Yeah.
a difference between sucking and not liking. And it's
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what else screams I am not the badass I pretend to be?
Hmm.
Shit talking people's interests, like just being a hater in general. Haters
oh, so
are
us. Gotcha.
no. Because we just roast each other. Like
Yeah.
that's kind of the idea. But
There's a difference.
there's a difference between roasting your friends and being a hater in general. I used to be a hater. Like I was the type of person who thought that I was cooler than other people. And so I would like look down on other people for the things that they liked, like some kind of douchey metalcore elitist kid, you know? And it kind of came to me eventually that just talking shit about the things people like doesn't make them like different stuff or make them like the things that you like. It just makes them not like you. It makes you an asshole. There's no
Yeah.
point. There's no point in not allowing people to enjoy the things that they enjoy, in my opinion. Like being a hater serves no functional purpose in our society. And I like skipped an entire phase in high school and middle school because my friends were cool guys about music that they didn't like. So I was a cool guy about music that I didn't like. And I wish that I hadn't been because I was rude to people on more than one occasion for no good reason.
Speaking of being a douchey elitist metalcore kid, do we want to talk about that festival?
Oh, man.
Yes, we should have done that before the Reddit question. Fuck. Dude,
It's okay.
I have something to
segued
say
good.
about that festival. There's a lot of people that are complaining about how it's going to be a shit show like Astro World only because of Live Nation. And that's wrong
Who
for
does
one.
everything.
Right. So, I mean, the festival, they had a bunch of FAQs they posted, and one of them was like, how are you going to keep it cordial? And everybody who enters has to wear a mask or have proof of a negative test or COVID-19 vaccination for one. So that helps. The festival starts at like 11 and ends at like 12 a.m. So each band has like 30 minutes or something like that for a set or longer. I don't know. They said the
I think
bands that are
the
going on first
Headliners
have shorter,
get an hour.
shorter sets. The headliners get an hour or more. It's like any fucking normal festival. It's like Warped Tour. What's the difference? There's more bands, I think, on Warped Tour than are on here. I don't know.
There's more bands on this. There is more bands on this and fewer stages than Warped Tour has.
Right.
Yeah.
So each band, I'm sure they're going to play.
Safety aspect is something that I feel is valid concern at the very least.
Yeah, but I have a strong feeling that people in that kind of scene that all were freaking out about Astroworld are not going to let that kind of thing happen.
I don't know, dude. I
Well,
don't know.
after this, they're more cautious about it because of all the hate that Live Nation got.
Maybe. But I don't think that it's about the scene. Like, it's not a difference between Travis Scott fans and metalcore fans or whatever. Like,
no, but there's more people on one stage at a time for one. So you don't have a single artist performing or a single person performing. You'll have, I don't know, what do some bands on there have? Like 6 people. One of them's gonna be like, "Yo, that person's hurt. Stop fucking singing. Someone help them."
oh yeah, for sure. But I mean, like, the difference between whether or not like the crowd is going to act like that at one show versus another is a moot point, because like people died at Warped Tour, dude.
No, I'm not talking about the crowd.
You're talking about the performers.
The performers, yeah.
Right, but even then, like, in the case of Travis Scott, he was clearly watching what was happening, right? And seeing what was happening and not
just didn't care.
Anything. However, in a situation like this festival, whether or not, like, the safety of the crowd, in my opinion, should not ultimately fall on the artist.
No, it doesn't. But they blame them because they're on stage with a microphone.
Well, yeah, and I mean, like I said, in the case of Travis Scott, like, you could see that he was just looking at what was happening and not saying anything.
Mm-hmm.
In a situation like, and I feel like at this point, anybody who performs on a stage that size is going to have to be vigilant of the crowd now because of that event, you know? But like, ideally, the event shouldn't be set up in such a way that that should be even a hypothetically possible that the singer on stage should be the last line of defense between life or death for one of the people watching their show.
No, but they're looking out at everyone, so they have that view. Travis Scott should have said something if he was looking at it, because he is overlooking thousands upon thousands of people when somebody who's in the back can't see it, you know?
My thinking in that sense is not necessarily that Travis Scott shouldn't have said anything. What I mean is, in a situation like at this festival, now obviously I well, not obviously, maybe, but I don't know what that setup is going to look like. But there's a fair chance that, you know, you can miss something like that happening. Now, if it's front row directly in front of you, that's one thing. But if it happens in the middle of the circle pit, in the center of the crowd, then, you know, there's a fair chance that you're not going to know. And like I said, there's been plenty of metal shows where people have died or been shot or stabbed or, you know, whatever, drugged.
Metal shows are more aggressive than rap concerts, like, for sure. No one's moshing during Travis Scott, and if they are, it's for shits and giggles.
Yeah.
And also, like, on the flip side, like, I'm irritated with the haters who are hating on the on just the concept of even having that show in the first place.
Yeah. Who doesn't want to pay $240 and go to Vegas and watch Paramore, My Chemical Romance, and all these other huge ass names perform?
Right.
If I just had that laying around, you know,
yeah,
maybe. I'm not planning on going. Like, when I saw that lineup, I was like, that's crazy. I hope everybody who goes has a great time. Like that.
I 100% thought it was fake.
But I don't know. From what I've seen on Twitter and Instagram and stuff, like, there is a relatively fair chance that this might be like a straight up scam.
Like Firefest?
Yeah.
Yeah, like there were certain bands who didn't know that they were performing on that bill.
So they also answered that question. All of the bands signed the contract, confirmed and knew they were performing. They didn't know when the announcement was coming.
Interesting.
It was either when the announcement was coming or whenever everything was being made public. It was one of those things, but they knew they were going to be there. or management didn't communicate something properly. It was something like that.
But like
They all
that
signed a
on its
contract.
own makes it look super sketchy.
Well,
Yeah.
that and I don't know. I've seen differing things on the refund policy.
I don't know.
So-
It's Live Nation.
I
Good
don't
looking at a
understand.
refund.
Like, how can they not offer a refund, like just a hands down refund? Like, with how many events have been canceled, are they going to take? How many tickets are they going to take to see? How many bands are on there? 55?
Something like that. I have no clue.
Something stupid.
That might be a gross exaggeration, but like they're going to take that much money to see that many bands and then not be able to refund people when, in all likelihood, like if by the time that festival is supposed to happen, COVID's not under control, that they could just cancel it. Like, I had tickets to see My Chem 2 years ago, and
Yeah, that
they
still
offered
hasn't
us a
happened.
refund, and we hung on to them, and they postponed the show again. You know, and now it's like the show that I had tickets for is not going to happen before this Vegas show that we already paid for 2 years ago.
Right. I'm looking at all these bands on here right now. I mean, it's a lineup that is going to generate a lot of fucking people because of like who it's geared towards, and I'm sure that while they were cooperating with Live Nation, whoever this event planner is and whoever came up with the idea, you know, they talked about Astroworld and they're like, yeah, we want to do this huge event. There's going to be a lot of people. What's up with this fucking shit? Like, something tells me they had to have had that like as a serious consideration.
Yeah, I don't know that Live Nation is necessarily. I mean, if they share a portion of the blame, it is a portion of the blame.
I think someone told me that there was like a bunch of shit they did wrong as well with the refund thing.
I don't know. I have no idea. That was one of those topics that was like devastating to even think about when it happened to me. Like when it happened to me, it didn't happen to me, but to me,
Yeah.
It was devastating to even think about. And I didn't dig into it because I knew that it would just eat at me if I did, you know?
Yeah.
So there was a lot of conspiracy behind it from a lot of different sources regarding, you know, like, was this a plan? People were like out there thinking that Astroworld was a planned human sacrifice to Satan to open a portal to the underworld. People really thought that that was going on because of numerology and the satanic symbolism of the decorations of the stage and everything. And, you know, certain quotes that lined up and blah, blah, blah. And people were
People are idiots.
Like they were like it was like some Illuminati New World Order shit people thought was going down at Astroworld.
Like reading all these names on here, the only one I don't get is why is Lil Huddy on here? Like all these other bands that we all listened to growing up and super, super popular. And then
Fall Out Boy said no.
Lil Huddy. Like what? They get some TikTok star who got big like 2 years ago.
Probably to expand their demographic. There's gonna be somebody out there to see that guy.
This is When We Were Young Fest for people that listen to this when we were young.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
Like what the fuck?
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like the whole
somebody
idea
had to have said
having
no.
an event like this with all those bands. This is a money grab, dude. Like this is the whole point is to make shitloads of money off.
That's why the tickets are so expensive.
Yeah. Well, the tickets are not that expensive. Like punk fans and pop punk fans are spoiled because most of the time punk bands and pop punk bands are not nearly popular enough to warrant the type of tickets. But like, I know people who have paid upwards of $400 or $500 for bad seats to see pop stars.
Yeah.
I know people who have paid upwards of more than these tickets cost to sit in the nosebleeds to watch Journey.
Yeah, I'd say Journey is like one of those legendary things where it's like, I have the chance, I'm going to see them. Same thing with this, people are going to see AFI for fuck's sake and My Chem.
Like, well, even My Chem, like those tickets were, I want to say like $120.
Yeah, that's normal for a big band reunion.
Well, yeah, and that's cheap in the grand scheme, like if you think of all the concerts that there ever were, or all the concerts that go on, like most shows cost way more than that. Most shows cost way more than that per ticket. Like I remember,
Like Elton John.
Megan Trainor was selling tickets for $450.
I wouldn't do that.
BTS? Are you kidding?
What do they charge for tickets?
I'm not sure, but something
Let's see.
astronomical, I'm sure.
Yeah, if you want a good seat, I'm sure it's ridiculously expensive.
Almost guaranteed.
So, I mean, people complaining about the price of these tickets to see that many bands, like, it's the same mindset that local shows have where people don't want to spend the $10 to see 10 bands.
Well, it's another thing that each of these ticket sets has tier 1, 2, and 3 to them, so they get more expensive for that set. So those prices that you see by the tickets are the starting at price.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's not surprising to me. The fact that they cost that much money is not at all surprising to me. And the fact that they are going to be able to guarantee to pay the bands who are playing with that ticket
They
price.
have to price them like that.
Well, with that ticket price for that many bands is ridiculous. Either the bands are not getting paid that much or they're really expecting to just pack it out completely.
Oh, it's gonna be packed. Pre-sale goes live tomorrow, I think. It's gonna be sold out so fast. There's gonna be people like sitting outside of the venue listening to the bands. That's something I would do.
Like Warped Tour on its own was a dangerous thing. Like cramming people in that close of quarters with that little like shelter in the middle of summer.
Imagine
with that many stages, because what do they have, like 8 or 9 stages?
I think so.
Depends on the year, I guess, but
yeah.
And that had fewer bands on it, you know. So like that on its own was not a great plan, and people got hurt or heat stroke or trampled or whatever, and those crowd, like if they're getting the turnout that they're probably expecting for this festival, that's going to be like they got to really just have their plan locked down. Like I'm kind of nervous.
I hope they do.
I'm kind of nervous about it.
I'm not going.
I would be nervous. I mean, I'm nervous about it in general, like as like what it would mean in the grand scheme of big shows like that, because this is the first time anything like this has ever happened in like the alternative scene. You know, like music festivals are a dime a dozen now, like especially EDM music festivals and stuff. But like this is a whole different group of people. I'm sure there's overlap, but like this is a different group of people, and I'm just like, if this goes really poorly, the state of the music scene, especially in that like demographic, is declining pretty rapidly. And support for shows like that are declining pretty rapidly. And if this goes really poorly, like that's going to be really rough on alternative music as a whole.
Yeah, but I hope they got it under control, because I'm not going. I'm going to sit back and watch the fucking live streams and videos on YouTube.
Yeah, I don't want the new strain of COVID that'll exist from there.
Yeah, it'll be the WWWY strain.
But yeah, do we want to real quickly get through our last question of the day?
What is something you find weird that is 1,000, I'm going to say, % normal to most people?
I'll go. The sound of Velcro. I hate it.
Okay. All right. For me, it's people who throw their toilet paper in the garbage instead of flushing it.
Monsters. All of them.
Who does that?
I mean, they
Monsters.
make toilet paper that is not flushable safe.
Yeah.
which means that there have to be people out there who don't flush their toilet paper. Otherwise, they wouldn't sell it.
Well, I misinterpreted the question and had the opposite, something you find normal that's weird to most people, but we can do that one after this, because my answer for this one, instead of what I had, is now when people crunch food. I find it very weird and disgusting, and I fucking hate it, and it's kind of normal to people, like hearing that crunch. I fucking
There's
hate
a whole subreddit for that.
misophonia.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like people can go up, they can eat a cracker. Like, oh, it's a cracker. It's crunchy. Stop. Learn to
Dude,
chew.
I got new
I hate
headphones today. I ordered the I'm sorry, this is kind of relevant to what you're saying. I got new headphones today. I ordered the Beats Fit Pros, the new Beats that have the Apple H1 chip in them. And I was listening to a podcast with them in, and I can hear every mouth noise of the podcast host.
That's
Like
why
the audio quality is so good that I can hear horrible sounds that I didn't want to hear out of my podcast. And I'm like, I also am hearing, like, in songs that I've known for my entire life, sounds in those songs that I did not know were there for years.
I love that shit. I fucking love that.
Those headphones are good. I'll endorse. Beats, sponsor us, please.
Yeah, give me a free pair of headphones. The fuck? I could use them.
But yeah, I mean, the reviews on them were killer. Like, the only downsides compared to the AirPods Pro are that the Beats case doesn't have wireless charging, and the noise isolation was a little tiny bit better on the AirPods than it was on the Beats. But I heard that, like, back and forth between different reviewers, because I imagine it has a lot to do with, like, what shape your ears are, like getting the proper signal and everything. The transparent audio mode, I almost would prefer to hear like that all the time.
Does that basically make them like open back?
No. So not only does it make them kind of like open back, it has a microphone that like amplifies the audio from around you through your headphone speakers.
So yeah, that's basically what I mean.
But it's the same technology that does noise canceling, where that microphone picks up what's around you and inverts the signal so that it cancels the sound.
Yeah.
On the flip side of that, they can take that same signal and double it. They just flip one of those waveforms over and it creates a transparent audio. So, like, you could be listening to music at full volume and someone comes up to talk to you and you can hear them speaking through music.
Yeah.
Why?
I have noise protection for the shooting range.
I was just going to say that. Yeah. I think that goes up decibels.
I'm tempted to try these headphones, like with the transparent audio. I'm tempted to try them out, like at band practice, as instead of my earplugs, because they're slick too, man. They fit really good. They don't fall out. Now, I mean, if I'm at band practice and I'm like, practicing stage presence and like headbanging and stuff, who knows if they're gonna stay in my ears? But the fact that they have that, like, I want to try it. I want to try and see what that sounds like, because they're super sweet.
So let's flip the question around. What's something you find normal that people find weird?
My whole family does like weird voices all the time. Like, we quote movies. I am 90% movie quotes, and my whole family is like that, and we just talk to each other in quote. And when people who are not in our family are around and hear us talk to each other like that, they're like,
they cringe a little.
They just don't know what's happening. Like,
all right, I got one. I'm gonna be judged for this, I know. Whenever my fiance and I are kind of, hanging out, doing separate things in separate rooms. Like sometimes, you're doing something with your significant other and you want to call to them or say hi just to check up on them.
Yeah.
The way we do it is turkey calls.
That is weird, but that's kind of adorable. Like, That's like quirky and adorable.
See, she did it back.
We didn't hear her do it back, but like I believe you.
It just sounded like you went.
Oh no, voice cancellation.
You'll hear it back in the recording. You'll be like, "Oh,
dang
like, that's not a turkey noise."
Yeah, it's hard to explain, but it sounds. You ever see that video where the guy's gobbling to turkeys and they gobble back, and then he starts laughing? It sounds like that, but before the laughter.
So mine is being able to openly talk about drug use with people. There's a lot of people who get super uncomfortable and find it weird. I'm like, how is it weird? You know someone who does drugs. Why are you making it weird? You know?
Fair enough. But yeah.
So we made it another hour.
Yeah.
We did.
We've done another episode.
I believe Tommy has an appointment and has to leave.
Yeah, that he doesn't have to wait for us for. He can go to anytime he wants.
Yeah, no, I mean, what they're vaguely alluding
Tommy
to
has to shit really bad.
Yeah, I got to go to the bathroom.
You can go.
And I've been trying. I told him like 10 minutes ago that like we needed to wrap this up for that. So, bye everybody.
Tommy, 10:27. Guys, I'm gonna shit my fucking pants. Time now, 10:28.
Look at the Facebook
y'all.
chat.
I have to shit so fucking bad.
I have a privacy protector on.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well.
And it's all muted, so I can ignore you guys.
It's time for me to go.
Okay, well, he can stay out. Yeah.
He won't be back.
Let's see. Let's watch him. Bye, Tommy. Wave bye to Tommy.
Oh.
Episode 40. Fuck
40?
Tommy. Yeah, episode 40.
Jesus.
Do it on all the podcast stuff, the Google Podcasts and iTunes and Spotify and all that fun shit. Tommy actually left.
Yeah,
Tommy, if you're watching this, you're fired. Bye.